Yeah, no, the colours you've used are perfect. The almost like sketchy design. Have you drawn that yourself, or is that?
Summer.
Yeah, no, I think that really looks good. The title is good, and it's readable from the distance. You know what I mean? Obviously, the stuff at the bottom is here, stuff you look a bit up close, but it looks professional. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's good.
I do like your colours and I like the way you put everything, but when you open the magazine, like the writing at the bottom's like all clumped together, so you have to read like all of it. I like the way it stands out there. It was released in July.
Yeah, it's quite text heavy at the bottom, which again is not necessarily unrealistic. But you know, you've given yourself lots of space for gorillas, the remixes, and then you've very, very tightly compressed in a lot of information. Which again, you know, it really is. It's not necessarily unrealistic, but is a bit of a drawback from the design. So, this is the cluttered space, and this is less cluttered. So, you know, if we did get rid of the very small fonts here, highlighted, bold, perhaps slightly different fonts, what the features are, I'd stand out a bit more. I don't know. Do you think the idea of doing this as a record would work?
It would work. I'm not sure how I would do it, and also whether the writing would be readable.
Well, there are. I mean, you can take a snapshot and work on it.
Why don't you try using
There
purple
are
on the bottom?
records in here somewhere. I just can't always pick them up.
Why don't you try to do the small print in purple? Like, you could always just try around with it.
We could do the background as purple.
Yeah, because like I do agree that as this is what you're promoting, you may as well make the most of because that's what's going to make people buy it. So you may as well make the most of the special edition bits. So you could try around with different colours, see if it stands out more.
What about the remixes then? Would we stick without colour? Have any variation in colour? Any thoughts?
No, I actually like
Really
it.
really like the Gorillas title.
Right. What about the lettering? Is it just too compressed at the end? Does it need to clean a bit more securely into the frame as created?
And you know the available on CD, download, blah blah. I think that's too pushed in together.
Yeah, you probably drop download, for example, because you've got available to download from iTunes. So you could probably available on, well, it wouldn't be limited vinyl, it would be limited edition vinyl, special edition digipack. You could even drop the CD, because I mean, it might be simply released as a special edition and not as a single or vanilla CD in itself. So again, that begins with one more space. Right, you've highlighted the fact it's available to download from iTunes. So on your list, you could really drop download, available on download. That creates some space. Where it says limited vinyl, it should really say limited edition vinyl, because it would be a limited run, say 250, 1,000, whatever it might be, or even numbered discs. Yeah. So, what do you two think about creating a bit more space around the text?